Fam, I just did my first like run down Kohler Mountain. That was seriously some of the most fun I've ever had on a mountain bike trail. That's the fastest I've ever hit berms. The berms were perfect.
The adventure continues this week on Cactus Flats with the special episode at the inaugural Bentonville Bike Fest. Let's get it, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Do you guys know that sweet silver panda?
Hey everybody, how are you?
And its sweet, sweet driver, the main man, Danny Hollenbeck. We're here in Bentonville, Arkansas, you guys. It's Bike Fest week. Come with us on a fantastic adventure. Take Danny's advice.
Do epic shit.
I'm gonna follow Danny down All American and get it started. Oh yeah, Danny's at trail speed.
That's right, guys. Somewhat last minute, I decided to follow the crowd of Austinites flooding into Bentonville for their inaugural Bike Fest. And y'all, what an incredible trip. Arkansas is beautiful, and that northwest corner with the Ozark trails winding through it is something special for sure. I know that most of you watch other YouTubers like Rich Drew, Jeff Lanofsky, and Burn Peak Seth, and those guys have done extensive videos on the Ville and its premier trails.
I'm ready to go.
Slaughter Pen, the Back
it.
40, Kohler Mountain, the Railyard, etc. And you know, you could be spending your time with them, but you're not, because the algorithm has led you here. So here's those 4 spots from my perspective. Come join me as we explore the wonders of Wal-mart money and its effect on a small, cycling-friendly American town.
Ooh, hitting berms at speed. Hot damn. What's up, guys? How are y'all? Man, I get to moving.
So, it all begins in Slaughter Pen. It's really the heartbeat of the city. A multi-use myriad of trails running all over town and jam-packed with progressively intense features. The green trails are full of flow, the blues are hoppy and tabletoppy, and the black lines are so dialed, you feel like you're riding park everywhere. In the middle of a city on what's basically a commuter trail. It's freaking incredible. The race down All American was a blast to witness, by the way. I'm gonna race that next year. Mark my words. I'm telling you, it's gonna be so much fun. This is the end of the run right here.
Wow. Good night. That's the thing. That's the thing.
This is the masterpiece at the bottom of the infield trail. You guys have got to check out Rich Drew's video of him flying and wall riding up that thing. It's incredible.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what? You thought I was gonna ride that?
Oh wow. Yeah, that is a heck of a lip. That's pretty advanced for a little city trail.
With the speed of 1,000 llamas.
This sweet little wood drop is way more appropriately sized for my skill level.
Small line it is, following Aiden. Let's do this, brother.
Pro tip, if you don't know how fast to approach a feature, find a teenager and ask them to tow you in. They'll be happy to show you. They love watching old people screw up. But I didn't screw up. I stuck the landing. Yeah! That was
awesome.
Smooth little drop. Love it.
That was so cool. Love it, dude.
Cheers for showing me how it's done, Aiden. Yeah, that second one was still a little intimidating, but I'll be back.
So smooth.
Now, and it'll buck you. Now, if you keep your feet, what do you do, Neil? Keep your feet on the damn pedals?
That's right.
All right, Neil, do you want to shout out any Instagram or any ex-girlfriends or anything?
At Neil.Kinney on Instagram.
Neil, we're gonna shout out to you. We're gonna like and subscribe and all that good stuff. We're good. Me and Danny are about to follow or go down Armadillo's last stand. We're leaving the the jump section. I think
this is the only gluten-free trail in this section.
That's right. It's easy on your tummy.
We spent pretty much all of Friday morning riding slaughter pin. Check out this sweet little blue just jump line. I still suck at jumping. I'm learning how to pop it, hit that lip right, push into the lip as Scott has taught me. It's different. It's different, man. It's a weird feeling getting thrown up into the air and just kind of getting used to that again, but it's starting to feel more natural. I observed 2 different jump styles, the lift and yank and a tabletop method.
Nice.
More on that later.
So sweet. What is this?
What's over there? Is it like a swimming hole?
President Bush.
Herbert Walker, right?
I know you guys.
Foolishly, we set out to conquer the bush push. I think you got to start with a little bit more speed than we did. I think we started out with the slow crawl method. That's not how you get it. Not at all.
Dab! Here we go!
My second attempt here was much, much better, but ended up in a stall, spun out. Kind of a bummer, man. I really, really appreciate tough uphill climbs, and, you know, I don't know. This one I'm going to have to come back to because I'm telling you, my heart is about to pop out of my chest.
Oh my god, that's tough. You! Get it!
This fella came up and showed me how to do it. Yeah, apparently, I think it levels out just a little bit right there in the sunny spot. If you can just get past that spot where I spin out, it levels out just a little bit past that and becomes slightly easier. Bush push.
I'm coming for you.
It's a fantastic day to be on a bike.
Later that night, Danny and I went to the Railyard to meet Scott for a jump session. Where were places like this when I was a kid? I'm insanely jealous of children who live close to this place and have parents that are willing to stay out till 10 p.m. while they boost jumps and progress all night. How amazing.
Rogers, Arkansas. Not Bentonville, the town next door. Across the highway. And the Railyard is sweet.
I mean, it's a meeting spot, it's a skills park, it's amazing. For the mountain biking community, this place seems to resonate, and I dig it. I could have stayed there for hours. Oh yeah, and if you guys can tell, Scott, he's a bit of a celebrity. He tends to attract folk wherever we go. He got cornered by the proprietor of Lomelander and Backyard Shredder's dad, and I'm not really sure that he made it out of there alive. Cheers to Backyard Shredder and Lomelander.
These
You
kids
guys are
play
awesome.
BMX. That's the new game. One up tricking another. That's the coolest. Good big guy. Look at this freaking train. These kids are fantastic. I mean, what?
Danny and I were getting kind of deep into a discussion about jump styles as to whether like you just lift straight up and try and clear right over it, or do more of like a tabletop method where you add a little bit of flair with your feet and kick the bike out to one side or the other. I think we're learning that both styles are appropriate to learn, and each has their own application depending on the style
This
of
kid's
jump.
good too, man. Jeez.
One guy was just pulling up, and he's just pulling all the way up,
Right.
and then putting in, and he's just knuckling. But it looks good. He's clearing it, but he's kind of knuckling with the rear tire.
Right.
And then that kid on the orange bike, he's doing it like that. So what kind of jumper will you be in your style? You pulling up?
Lift and yank, or tabletop. What's your style?
Right. He just kind of
if you're
and
doing
then floats with it.
So there's two different types of jumpers that I see, and there's like, but those big the big ones like maybe Scott does, or all of the guys you see in the videos, they're pulling up, and then either way.
Right.
We're over here at the back 40, Lake Ann Trailhead.
Those are the ledges right there.
Where are we? We're here. It's kind of deceptive out here in Arkansas. It's like you drive through the highways and you just don't get a good understanding for the elevation. But you get off the highway and you get out here and look at these giant 60, 70, 80 foot trees. The creeks running through here, all the mountains and the hills, man. It's a little deceptive, but there's a lot of climbing. But it's real deal mountain biking. The adventure continues. The back 40 is a true mountain biking challenge. It's wild, it's raw, it's untamed. Danny and I only hit a very small portion of it with the Ledges Trail. Apparently there's like 22 more miles of this nonsense to get out and explore. But it was super hot in the afternoon, and yeah, as you can see by my complaining butt there, whatever. I'll be back to explore this place whenever the weather is
loop
much
out
cooler.
on the back 40. Tired. You like this Greco-Roman bullshit? Feel like a stuffed sausage. Hey, Danny.
Hey, what?
Where are we?
We're at Kohler Mountain Preserve.
Latitude 3625, longitude 83.37. Don't quote me.
Good morning, fam. We're at the Kohler Mountain Bike Preserve.
You explain.
Yeah, Danny and I are here at the wonderful Northwest Arkansas Oz Trails. It's been amazing so far. It's been exhausting, hot and sweaty, but the riding, the trails, I mean, top notch. Honestly, cheers to anyone and everyone who's put in effort into this place, because it's been amazing. Thank you so much.
We're back up here at the hub. Danny and I have been sessioning off this rock for the last little bit. Well, I've been sessioning and Danny's been filming. It's been so much fun. It's about time to head home, back to the great ATX. But I gotta say, man, this hub is fantastic. Fire line is a blast. Cease and desist is pro from the get-go. I mean, the size of that tabletop. Fam, can't wait to ride more with you. Love all of you. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, telling your friends, all that good fun stuff. You know what to do. What you really need to do is get a bike and get to Bentonville. Peace.
My time at Kohler was short but amazing. I seriously can't even begin to describe how dope this 300-acre mountain biking preserve is, and I didn't even pedal half of it. I had a blast sessioning the hub drop-ins, I ripped down fire line, and then I tried to not die on Rock Soft, which, don't be fooled by that name, it's not a soft trail. The upper half is full of rocky lipped gap jumps, and the lower half is a rocky technical switchback line that really had my forearms burning.
Oh my God, that is so good.
This clip is from our run down fire line, which, as I said at the beginning of the video, was hands down one of the best trails I've ever been on in my entire life. Cheers, cheers, thank you again, Kohler Mountain Preserve. What a fantastic trail. And we'll wrap up the video by talking about the Bike Fest. So, while I'm not necessarily a big crowd person, I appreciate things like this for what they do for the community at large. The organizers of the festival put on a dope series of events, and every cycling discipline was represented. So even if crowds aren't really my thing, the Bike Fest was a good time for everyone. And lastly, a little note to Mo and Hannah, if you guys ever watch this, I'm sorry for getting us lost on the way back to the festival on Saturday. It was my second day in town. Thought I knew what I was doing. Obviously not. Cheers. Hope you guys found a house. Anyway, that does it for this week's episode. I feel like I kind of cheated on Texas for a week, so I must atone for my sins upon the mountain. And of course, I'm talking about Spider Mountain. I'll see you guys there next video. Peace, fam.
This part's sketchy. Yeah.